Brighton are in the Europa League, just in case I haven't brought it up enough, and we are now drawing the teams that we are going to be facing in the group stage. Unfortunately, we're all the way down in the third tier here, so at least it's not the fourth tier, but it's not looking too great for us to begin things. So we're going to go through every single one of these first and second seed teams, and now we'll take a look at the divisions, the groups that are available, and straight off the bat, there's some ones that we'd want to avoid. Valencia and Monaco, no thank you. Celtic and APOEL, that looks tasty to me. Moscow and Basel also look very good. So as long as we're not getting any of the huge teams, I will accept it. So Roma and Standard, I could live with this. We haven't gotten it though. This is the one I want to avoid though. Let's not get it. Thank goodness. Sporting and the Russian side, Krasnodar. I don't know how to say that, do I? I would live with this. We haven't gotten it. Arsenal and Slavia Prague. I think this would be okay. Haven't gotten it again. RB Leipzig and Qarabag. Again, I think could be acceptable. Not what we've gotten. Celtic, APOEL. Are we going to get it? We're not going to get it. And now it's between Basel and Lokomotiv Moscow and Inter and Dynamo Kiev. Is it Dynamo Kiev? No, it's Dynamo, whatever it says up there. I would much prefer this one. In fact, I would really hate to get this team, Inter and Dynamo. So, let's be drawn here, please. Thank goodness. Okay, and who's our last team that are going to be selected for our group? As long as it's not one of the best teams in here, and I think they've already all been drawn. Brest and Cologne are gone. So either one of these teams is absolutely fine. And we've managed to get a Belgium side, and now our group is looking like this. Basel, Moscow, Brighton, and Bruges. I don't even know how to say that first word. That has gone swimmingly for us, boys and girls. I think we should very comfortably get out of that group. Those could be very famous last words, but I'm chuffed with that. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 11th episode of the FM21 Jurgen Klopp Challenge with Brighton, where today we are wrapping up the transfer window as well as playing against Manchester United and playing against Basel in our first Europa League game, our first European football game in the Europa League. Before we go into any of that action though, make sure that you do smash the like button on today's video as well as subscribing to the Rax FM YouTube channel. Can we please get 10 likes on today's episode to celebrate us being in the Champions League? I'm getting well ahead of myself here. In European competitions and the transfer window wrapping up. Since last time we saw each other, you'll be disappointed to hear I haven't actually made any signings and I don't believe I've made any sales. I could be wrong in saying that. I mean, was Welbeck sold last time? If he wasn't, he's now sold. So no, I don't think he was sold actually. We've sold Welbeck. There's one of the sales that we did make. We've also managed to sell Maupay. So there was 2 sales that we made. That's not horrendous work to do off camera. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the last thing we covered. So Welbeck's gone. £8.75 million. Happy with that. Absolutely thrilled about that. And we now still have a very strong starting 11, but I'm not done with the transfers just yet. I'm still trying to scout some players. We've got a couple of days left, and we have £72 million. So I have a good reason to want to spend money. We still have 3 days left, so a couple scout reports still need to hurry up and actually get completed so that we can confirm our squad, get a couple more players in here, and improve the team with, £72 million. Since last time we saw each other, though, in the league, we have done quite well. We bounced back after a 3-1 loss to Burnley, and we came away with a 3-1 win at home against Tottenham Hotspur. A very comfortable win in the end, actually, with Maupay, Edwards, and McAllister all scoring the goals. And it does mean that we are going with, I believe, the exact same lineup to last game. And Maupay is keeping in spot, despite the fact that Edouard is finally back into the lineup after having an injury. Not quite fully fit yet, but probably could be starting if I wanted him to. But Maupay has scored 2 goals and gotten 2 assists in his first 3 appearances in the league campaign. So you can't really be dropping him at this point in time. Aside from that, we've got Mahrez, McAllister, Edwards, Ward-Prowse, Koopman Mines, Klein, Dunk, White, Owen. I keep forgetting, just calling him Owen. And I don't even think I've tried to say this name before. Ugu Can. I like it. Going up against Manchester United, it's never going to be an easy game, is it, boys and girls? But at home, with the form that we have right now, I feel slightly confident that we could at least put up a bit of a fight against this side. We're going to take a look at it as it rolls up towards us now. Or now, it's a long process happening here. Dele up top, Thauvin on the right hand side, Alex Telles and Bentancur. I mean, Alex Telles is actually there in real life, so that's not a new one. But Bentancur, Thauvin and Dembele, all very good signings, I would say. But nothing insane happening to this United squad. Like, it's not like they've signed anyone like Ronaldo, and as they did in real life. But I was sort of taken back there as Nathaniel Clyne had a great opportunity to put us 1-0 up. By the way, Nathaniel Clyne's still on the starting lineup because Lamptey is still out with an injury, unfortunately. I don't think I've checked on him very recently, so I hope he's still out with an injury. But clearly, Clyne's not doing terribly right now, and clearly we're not doing terribly as we're on the ball once again, playing it up to Edwards, and Edwards is coming inside, trying to find space on that left-hand side, and he's cut all the way across, and De Gea has been forced into a save there. That was a brilliant run and a confusing run. I didn't expect it to go on that long, but it created a decent attacking opportunity for us at the end, and we are currently being the more dominant of the two sides with 2 shots to the 0 that United have put up there. And as things stand, we're up in second place in the Premier League. It's looking good for us to begin the season. Nathaniel Clyne on the ball, trying to whip a ball in, plays it back to Koopmans actually, and he's trying to find space now, switches it over to Owen, into Mahrez, and he finishes his dinner for his first goal in Brighton colours, and that is a brilliant way to start your campaign. Not too late on either, only the 4th game of the season. I'm pretty sure he's already gotten an assist or 2, so he certainly started well, proving to be the world-class player that we were expecting when we signed him. And even though he's only on loan, clearly being a big impact player for this squad, and I'm more than happy to have him scoring the goals out on that left-hand side. If he can continue to do that, that would be brilliant. As we're 1-0 up against Manchester United, I feel like I'm acting like we're versing like Bournemouth or something, but we're currently beating Manchester United 2-0 at home, boys and girls. We have a good team. I am a good manager. I have made good signings. Maybe I don't need to be splashing the cash, because right now, this is working. I don't know what happened in that game against Burnley, but we've just gotten another assist for Ward-Prowse, another goal for Maupay, and another goal against one of the best teams in the entire world. Not even the Premier League, not even Europe, in the entire world. Manchester United is one of the best 11s, and we are beating them 2-0 with White knocking it around to Mahrez, knocking it around up to Edwards, knocking it into the back of the net. That would have been brilliant if he actually finished it there, but De Gea makes a comfortable save, but we get it straight back, and Edwards plays it over, trying to find Maupay. That's very ambitious. Gets it straight back to De Gea, and now it could be Manchester United counter-attacking us. I thought that we were going to score that second opportunity, but now Rashford is darting forward, he goes for a shot, but luckily for us, it doesn't have enough curl, doesn't have enough accuracy. It's just a bad shot in general, boys and girls, and we only have to hold on for another 5 minutes, and it's in the time that it's taken for me to say that, it's gone down to only about 3 more minutes, but there is one last opportunity in this half, and it would kind of ruin all of our hard work if they scored just before the halftime break. Might have to get my grumpy face on, even though, you know, I don't have a camera and it's a fictional video game, so they can't actually see my face. But I can do gestures. I could throw a water bottle, but even 2-1 at halftime against Manchester United is still a very good result. But let's make sure that it is actually 2-0, or maybe even 3-0, as we're back on the ball now. It seemed like it was going to be an attacking chance for United, and it still does look like it's going to be an attacking chance for United. And it's a great save by our goalkeeper. He refuses to be chipped. Dembele trying a cheeky dink there. And it has to say, it was a wee bit disrespectful to our goalkeeper, who has once again collected the ball, going to clear it long or something like that. And the end of the first half has come around the corner. And I'm absolutely thrilled with the performance by each and every single one of the players out there. Even Edwards and White and Dunk, who are having average ratings. You know, it's still a brilliant result for us. You've played some sort of a part in helping us have a great first half performance, but we've started the second half in the worst of ways, conceding to a Paul Pogba shot from outside of the box. There's not a lot you can do about it. It's a bit unlucky, but it's not what we wanted to be seeing straight after. I praise the boys for their good hard work. It's kind of a pinpoint shot though, isn't it? Just a wee bit of space opened up. And now it is looking like the momentum could be switching, but we need to make sure that we create some sort of attacking opportunities to get ourselves back into it. But it's United again heading over the bar, And I think this could be a stressful second half, boys and girls. 60 minutes gone, though, and that, well, I think we all know what that means. Everyone makes substitutions at the 60th minute. We all look at the time and we're like, well, I guess it's that time of the episode, isn't it? So we're going to make Bissouma come on, bring off Koopman Mines, who's not been bad this game at all, but I guess haven't seen a lot of him, and I think Bissouma's got a wee bit about him in the defensive role. So let's see what he can do as he's on the ball, plays it up to Edwards. That was world class, it helped create a potential attacking opportunity, but Edwards has tried to do too much with it. But we've gotten it straight back, and a long ball there maybe wasn't the option they should have gone with, and Manchester United are attacking us. Out to Alex Telles, who's going to look for a ball into the mixer. But Nathaniel Klein, I think that was a fine challenge, but he's going to be sent off because the animations of Football Manager do not represent what's actually happening on the pitch, and we are down to 10 men. McAllister's coming off, and we are going to a cautious mentality. He's going to stay as a fullback on support, and we're just going to hope and pray that we can hold this Manchester United team out. As long as we don't score here, thank goodness. If we conceded there, that would have been the worst way to begin having only 10 men. But with 20 minutes to go, the way that we've performed so far, we've defended well, we've gotten unlucky with that one goal that they scored, and there's still only 12 minutes of football to play. We're doing well to hold them out, and we're actually attacking. I don't know if I want to see us attacking too much, boys. Let's calm it down a wee bit. Let's counter press them when we have the opportunity, but just work on our defence right now. But I mean, attack is often the best form of defence. As long as they're not counter attacking us, I don't mind it. And I'm worried about the counter attack now as Paul Pogba plays it into Bentancur, swings it straight over to Bernardo, and we play it back to the goalkeeper to calm it down. I like that. A bit of possession play, a bit of calm. Edwards playing it over to Maupay, but it doesn't quite get to him. But Ward-Prowse is there to collect it. Maupay's through, and he can't quite put it over De Gea. Just a wee bit more height was exactly what he needed. It's not there for him to take, though, and it's still only a 2-1 scoreline and going to be a tentative last few minutes. Tentative? Is that the correct word to be using? I think it works in that situation. 8 minutes to go in this game, and they've got a chance now. And I was going to make a tactical change, but I'm going to wait and see what happens in this highlight, and then make a educated decision about what we're going to do. Bernardo all the way back to our goalkeeper into Ben White. Ben White moving it forward. Can't find anyone on the left side, though. That's asking a lot of Riyad Mahrez, and it's Manchester United back on the ball, potentially going to attack us, but Ward-Prowse makes a fine interception. Mahrez through to Maupay, and if Maupay got onto the end of it, that would have been a chance for us, but now it's coming back the other way. Sure, into Rashford. Rashford moving it forward, trying to find some space, and he finds plenty of it. Plays it into... No. They've just threaded that through perfectly, had a touch at the end, and managed to go around the goalkeeper or whatever he did and put it into the back of the net. And I'm calling for claims of offside here. Rashford into Bentancur and Martial, he's got to be right on the line there. It's not great by our goalkeeper, but just goes into the bottom corner. I want to see the lines come out. They've got to be coming out. That's got to be a tight call. Rashford, Bentancur. And who's keeping him on? Where is the green line? Sorry, the yellow line. So you're telling me that his foot is there, when it's clearly where the red line is. Okay, that's fine, Football Manager. It's not like you've just robbed us of 2 points here, and it could even go down to 0 points. Let's make sure that we don't concede another goal here. I'm not sure what I want to do to create a bit of controversy. We're going to bring Eduard on and hopefully get a last minute opportunity for him to become an absolute hero. He did it for Crystal Palace, and there's one last opportunity. I don't want it to be Manchester United's, but I have a very good feeling it's going to be Manchester United's. Dan James, Bruno Fernandes shoots it wide of the post, and we only have to hold on for another 4 minutes. Don't get me wrong, a draw is not a bad result here at all, but it could be going down to a win or going down to a loss here, as we have one last opportunity. Eduard can't quite get onto the end of that. James picks it up, and Pogba is moving it forward. Rashford, Martial, not like this. Great save by our goalkeeper, and that's got to be game, set, and match. I don't need to see any more of this. A draw against a side like Manchester United, it's a good result, boys and girls. It's a good result. Let's just hold on to it, clear it long when the time ticks down, and accept that we've gotten a point here. 10 men is always going to be a tough ask to continue holding on to the lead, but we've done well. We got unlucky in the end, and a point is still a very good result. 7 points out of 4 games, not bad at all for a side like Brighton, especially when you consider the sides that we have been facing. I'm appealing against that ban. I mean, I know it never does anything, but that seemed like a very harsh red card in my opinion, and I don't know why I'm simulating forward, because this is precious time I need to be spending on transfers. Next time you see me, it will be the end of the transfer window. Not only that, we will have finished this game against Fulham, and I will be playing against Basel or Basel. What is it? I really don't know. You can't comment because it's that would defeat. It's not a live stream, so yeah. All right, I'll see you then. We have finally simulated through the Fulham game and the the start of the year transfer window, and we came away with a 4-1 win. Unfortunately, I can't click on it just yet because it will spoil some of the transfers we have made, and we're going to go over them right now. We didn't make any sales, but I'm sure that you're more... Oh, no, we did make 2 sales. See, I'm terrible at remembering sales. We sold this guy because he's not good, and we managed to sell Trossard, but only out on loan. And that is because of the signings that we have made. He's just going to make not many appearances anymore. And I'll go over who we brought in. We brought in Dele Alli as our first signing for £20 million, and it could rise to £30.5 million. He's got a 3-star current ability, but I think that is absolute bollocks. He has such great stats in there. Able to play in the cam position, left wing position, central midfield, even striker if we need him, but don't see us using Dele Alli as a striker too soon. So very pleased with the fee that we have paid for him, and very pleased with his debut performance where he did get 2 assists coming off the bench, only playing 45 minutes. Great performance by the young man. And we've also brought in Eddie Salcedo, an even younger player here, 19 years of age, and he came in for only £10 million on deadline day with a potential rise of £16 million. And we all know about him. He's a wonder kid. He's got so much ability, able to play on the left, cam, striker position. Love everything about him. Great signings to end the transfer window, and we still have plenty of money if we do want to spend it throughout the next transfer window. About £39 million, high 30s, so very decent amount of money to make 1 or 2 signings here and there if things aren't quite going our way. But things are going our way as things stand, as we're up in 3rd place in the Premier League, winning 3 out of our 5 games, and the 4-1 against Fulham was just the cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake. And it was a debut goal for Edouard. Well, not quite a debut, it was a second game, so a second game goal for Edouard. So not bad. Only took him 2 appearances to get there, both off the bench. McAllister had a great performance as well, and Ward-Prowse also scoring yet another goal. He's on fire, this man, scoring 2 goals, getting 2 assists. He's really impacting the midfield trio in that sort of an area, and we absolutely love him at the club. But for now, we need to play our first European football game of the entire season against Basel, and this is the team that we're going with for it. It is rotated, but I don't think it's rotated to the point where we should be concerned. We've got Edouard in there, Salcedo, Ali, Gray, Bissouma, Proper, Klein, Oguene. Then we've got White, Bernardo, and goalkeeper in between the sticks. I'm very tempted to bring Sutalo on, but just because of his match fitness, I think that it's probably not the most intelligent decision to bring him on at this point in time. A lot of players are being rested. A lot of players I don't feel like we need in this game, so the rotation is there. If it doesn't go our way, it's realistically on me because I have rotated the squad quite heavily. But that's what you got to do if you're having this many games back to back. A lot of appearances coming. And I think it's a debut for Demarai Gray on that right hand side for us, as well as Salcedo on the left-hand side. A lot of great players in there today that are having their first appearances for the club. Definitely Oguene's first starting appearance, I believe. I said definitely, but immediately was unsure about it. So some new faces in the squad, that's for sure. And maybe be pushing for some first-team appearances in the Premier League if they play well here. And straight off the bat, we are on the ball. And Salcedo is through. Is he scoring a goal in his debut? No, not yet. It was off the woodwork. It was a great shot. It was a great run, but not quite the finishing touch that we need. And early on, it does look like I am fine with this rotated side because we're doing well. And a ball into the mixer there goes into the back of the net. But it did look like every single player in our team was quite offside. A great ball into the mixer from Demarai Gray. But unfortunately, Bissouma has strayed offside, as I think that all of our players were. Like, look at that. There's like 1, 2, 3 players there. Only a couple of us actually managed to get back onto an onside position, so not surprised that one's ruled out. But it shows a bit of ability from us. You know, we're able to score in this Europa League competition. I mean, I would hope we'd be able to score against this side in the Europa League, but you never know. It's a whole different competition, and so far we're doing brilliantly. Demarai Gray with a debut assist, Edouard with a starting debut goal, and that is his second of the season. I think he's going to take over as the top striker for us ahead of Maupay very soon. Maupay's been playing well recently, so I feel quite bad taking him off the starting position right now, but he's got so much ability about him. In this game, Edouard is such a good man, able to finish left, right and centre as he's just shown there, and it might not be over for us in this first half. With only 20 minutes gone, plenty of opportunities seen, a goal ruled out for offside, and we've got yet another opportunity. Bernardo playing it over to White switching it into proper. Alguene on his starting I'm going with it. I think it's his starting debut. Demarai Gray running down the right hand side looking for another assist. Don't forget, he did get that assist that was ruled out, and he gets another one with Salcedo knocking it into the back of the net. Demarai Gray, I'm thinking he deserves a couple of bench appearances, maybe even starting appearances in the actual Premier League, because this man has a serious amount of ability to get some balls into the mixer that are creating serious problems for the defence and leading to goals for us. Now it's Bissouma standing over the free kick. I would have given it to Gray after his assists, and he's looking for a hat-trick of assists now. But that one not quite creating the opportunity that we have been used to, and they're through on goal, but luckily a great save by our goalkeeper. Keeps it at a 2-0 lead for us. I don't think we're throwing it away at this point, but it's good to see that we've still got a bit of defensive solidity and that all of these debutant players are playing brilliantly. I haven't talked about Salcedo enough, scoring that goal. Brilliant start to his Brighton campaign. Hopefully he will get even better and better and move into that left wing position. Could even push to be a striker. I think a lot of us would describe him as a striker based off how we've played him in our saves. But I'd like to be able to keep Edouard in there. But for now, I'm certainly not unhappy with how the formation and positioning of players is going, with a goal for each of them. They can work alongside each other, so if we can continue having that partnership linking up, I wouldn't mind at all. Only 40 minutes to go in this game left, and I'm thinking about making my first tactical substitution. Actually, I'm going to do it. It's going to be Bissouma to come off. It's going to be Dele Alli to make his first appearance for the club as well. Someone that's kind of just rotting away in the reserves, as well as Lindstrom. Two players I thought were going to be a little bit better than they were. I think we just ended up making really good signings this season, so unfortunately they get completely knocked out of the lineup. Proper as well, not even on the bench for us in the best 11 sort of situation. So you've got to feel bad for these men, but when you've got players like Dele Alli, like Bissouma, like Ward-Prowse, like Koopmeiners, it's hard to justify starting anyone else ahead of them unless they have some incredible performances in these Europa League matches. But so far, it doesn't look like it's happening. I'm going to make another substitution, and it's going to be Sitalo to come on, give Ben White a wee bit of a rest. And, you know, let's make our final one as well. Demarai Gray's looking tired, so we'll get... I feel a bit weird about making Edwards play more football, but he can come on. He'll do a job for the last few minutes as an inside forward. Demarai Gray surely is getting a standing ovation from the fans that have travelled all the way to Switzerland, I believe, to watch this game against Basel. I think it's Switzerland. I'm pretty certain it's Switzerland. Nathaniel Klein potentially creating one last opportunity for us, though, from a throw-in. Get the ball straight back after losing it. And Alguene is looking for a pass. Finds Edwards off the bench. He's got the fresh legs. We all know what he can do when he's fully fit for the Premier League side. Is he going to do anything here in the Europa League? Into Dele Alli, and it's Dele Alli that gets the final touch onto it. I don't think Dele Alli was trying to pass it to Dele Alli, but a bit of a Spurs pass teammate link-up play there, and Dele Alli gets his first goal for Brighton. Not his first goal contribution, though. He has been a brilliant signing so far, and that header, it's interesting. It's one of the more interesting goals I've seen in Football Manager this year, and the chances still aren't over. As long as we don't concede here and lose our clean sheet, I'm happy, and with shots like those, I don't think we're ever going to be conceding too many, because it's going to be game, set and match. It is game, set and match, and we've won our first Europa League game 3-0 very convincingly against Basel, or they're Switzerland, right? Like, I'm certain they're Switzerland. Switzerland, yeah, there we go. Now I feel slightly better about my football knowledge, but what a performance. What a performance by all of the players in there. Demarai Gray, I think he's considered a 2-star current ability. Yeah, he's gone up to a 2.5-star now because he played so well in that game. Yeah, he deserves some appearances, and his stats are really good as well. I don't know why I'm overlooking this man. I'm very happy that I ended up deciding to bring him into the squad and not Minamino for the Europa League. But that is a very successful way to end this episode. What an episode it was. Making some signings, playing against Manchester United, winning our first game in the Europa League. I don't think I can keep it going that much for the next game. Next episode, sorry, but I'll do my best to create an exciting and engaging performance for you guys when we come back. And we will be coming back for, 5 games. It does leave us coming up against Watford and Bruges. I think it's just what we're going to do. It's what the Football Manager wants, so we'll do what Football Manager wants. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you do smash the like button on today's episode, as well as subscribing to the Rex FM YouTube channel, and I'll see you all later.